All right, so weights and chair, just handy, you don't need them quite yet. Okay, good morning, and we'll take a nice deep breath in as we roll those shoulders up, back and down. Bring that into the elbows, bring that into the arms, and start a little step touch motion, nice and easy to start with. And then we'll swing those arms, and we'll pick up that pace. In a moment, we're going to go 2 steps to the right. In 4, 3, here you go. And a little hamstring curl if you want. In a moment, we're going to change this to 3 hamstring curls, and that gets confusing. So this is the last one. Now with 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. There you go. I'm still doing 3 hamstring curls. I just happen to be turning just for the heck of it if you want. If that confuses you, just stick with those 3. I'm just creating some new brain cells for us. This time, don't turn, just stay. Hamstrings only. Good. Let's turn that into a knee lift and bring those arms up and across. And then start really angling that knee, pivot at your waistline. In a moment, we'll double time it and stay on the right in 4, 3, 2, here you go. One more. Last one, step touch. And again, we're going to go to the left 2 steps in 4, 3, here you go. When you're ready, add that hamstring curl. And then in a moment, we're going to make it 3 hamstring curls, not yet. One more single, here's your 3. Nice job, you guys. And then if you want to, you can start that little pivot. Don't have to do that. It's still just 3 hamstring curls. Keep it going. All right, this is the last time with those 3, and then we just stay in place. That was a sloppy transition, sorry. Biceps with knees. Give me a little squeeze, engage those posture muscles, feel that opening behind your shoulder blades. And then we'll tap that knee, cross it over. In a moment, we'll stay on the left and double time in 4, 3, 2, here you go. Very nice, just step touch now. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2. Last time, wide legs, hands on your thighs. Oh, let's roll through that spine, cat and cow, articulating those vertebrae. Good. We're going to drop that right shoulder in, look up over the left. And then we'll drop in the left and look over the right. We'll do that a couple times, but with some movement in those legs. And then start to kind of scoot your legs out a little wider so you're closer to the ground and come to center. We're going to walk those hands forward and we're going to widen those hands. Option to keep your legs wide for kind of Spider-Man push-up without the knee. So elbows wide, lifting, pressing that floor away, head in line with your spine. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Couple more here. All right, stay at the top, listen up. I want you to round your shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades. So you might see that I'm moving up and down a little bit, but it's only from that rounding and squeezing. Again, still just working that shoulder, those posture muscles. And then we're gonna walk back, tip back, take a moment, hang upside down, shake your head out. And then walk those feet in, hands on your thighs. We're gonna exhale cat again. We're gonna inhale cow, shoulders out of your ears, big deep breath in. And bring it all the way up. You know, those shoulders, loosen that up. Let's go ahead and we're gonna grab the weights. Chair is handy. And we're gonna start simply, sorry, I'm gonna readjust this just the tiniest bit while I'm standing up so you guys can, so I'm not headless. All right. So feet in parallel. Just little calf raises here. Elbows right in front of your shoulders. Good. Now bring those arms, pivot out to the side. Still with those calf raises. Okay. Thanks for joining us. And now back over to those raises with the arms. And then one more round of 8 lateral raises as we come up on those toes. Beautiful. Bring it down. Put one weight in your chair. Other weight tucks behind your right leg. Give it a good tight squeeze. And then you're going to kind of just scoochie your way back. You can actually lean your arms here on the chair, but you got to promise that your back isn't rounded. So I'm going to bend that left knee a whole bunch. I'm trying to get my torso parallel to the ground. I'm trying to get my thigh parallel to the ground. Heel is pressed to the sky, and we push it up. Press it up. So left glute is engaged along with the right one that you would think would be the one that you're working. Shoulders out of your ears. Go to the top, leave that heel up there, give it a little squeeze, press up, give it a little squeeze, press up, little squeeze, press and squeeze, press and squeeze, head in line with your spine, not looking down at the ground if you can. I think I might have been a bad example. Lift and squeeze, 2 more, lift and squeeze, and now just squeeze in and hold. Squeeze in and hold, abs in, spine long, in and squeeze. Welcome, Tom. In and squeeze, last time, in and squeeze. Bring that leg down to the other knee. Push it all the way up. Big range of motion this time. I know. Didn't we just work this muscle group? Yes, we did. But now we're going full range. How exciting. Two more. Bring that up. Ow. All right. Let's take that right ankle across the left thigh. Tailbone up and out. Extend that spine. Get a little arch in your spine. Round it under. And then stick that tailbone out again. Right leg is going to cross over the left. And we're gonna let our arms go to the left as our hips go right. And then we're gonna do that little series on the left side. So again, you're a little bit farther away from the chair. Weight behind your left knee. Torso parallel to the ground. Thigh parallel to the ground. Heel is flexed. Push up, hold for a second. Push up, hold. Right knee is quite bent. That's what's going to keep your tailbone from rounding under. And give you some glute love in the right side. Four more just like this. Last one, hold it up, give it a squeeze. Push it up, squeeze it in. Push and squeeze, push and squeeze. All right, leave that leg up there, squeeze it in and hold. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, and squeeze. Beautiful, all the way down, all the way up. This is the big one. Two more. And oh, bring that up. All right, left ankle over the right thigh. Tailbone goes long, stick that tailbone up to get that outer hip stretch, and then roll it under. You're gonna send it out again, stand up, left over right, and we angle over to the right. And then we are back to center. Okay, now we have both weights. We're gonna go into our wide plie position, so feet are far apart, toes are pointed out, abs are in, and tailbone is long. For now, just have your weights in your hands for a second. You can maybe bring them here for your chest, at your chest. Sit down in that plie and come up. Now, a couple of options here. Option to come down with your heels and then come up and then put them down. To come down flat-footed and then you lift up. Option to stay on your tippy toes the whole time to bring this a little more into your quads. Or you can do the reverse of what I did, which is come up on your toes before you go down and then press into your heels as you come up. Brings it into your glutes a little more. And any of those options, none of them. Adding on, if you want, arms come out in front of you when you go down, but don't let them pull you forward like that, right? And then you can start to make it a little bit of an oval shape. So it comes into your body, away from your body, lifts up and comes in. So we're gonna get a little bit of bicep, we're gonna get a little bit of shoulder. Then if you want to, separate your hands. So my thumbs are towards the ceiling. And again, you're making a choice how you want to do the lower body. Heels can stay down. They can come up and down, either way. Think about tailbone long. Last two. Last one, come down, hands here. Sit down as deeply as you feel as if you can, and then retuck that tailbone. Arms are straight out in front of you. And I want you to do the tiniest little motion like when you were a little kid and you pretended to drive a car. You should feel it in the fronts of your shoulders with those thumbs up. Bring that down. Roll the shoulders up. Palms face you. Come up. And now same little movement, only this time your palms are down. Knuckles are towards me. Bring it down. Turn your pinkies to the sky. Bring it up. Oh, this one's going to be annoying. and bring that up. The whole time you were sitting down in that, so those quads should have still been engaged. All right. We're back to the weight behind the right leg, please. And we're, again, kind of stepped away from that chair. And we're gonna start nice and easy, well, easy. You get to lean on the chair. Bend that left knee a lot. Right knee is beside the left knee, and this is that flare, that fire hydrant motion. Make sure you have a good grip on your weight so you don't drop it in your living room or wherever you are. Last two. Leave that leg up here. Pull your heel in towards your booty. Pull it in. Pull it in. So a little hamstring curl action. Pull in. Pull in. Make sure your knee is high. So I should see your knee parallel with your hip, parallel with your heel. 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Pivot it open a little bit and down. Pivot open. So before we did a lift, this is a little pivot. So my knee goes higher than my heel. Just this last little bit range of motion should be kind of annoying. And bring that down. All right. Simple stretch, right leg across left. And then left across right. Because we're probably not done annoying the hips. We have another side. So here we go again. Step away from your chair a little bit, weight behind your left leg, flatten your back, bend your right knee a lot, head in line with your spine, and we rotate open that fire hydrant position. Trying to get the knee as high as the hip, heel in line. Just 2 more. Good, leave it up there, squeeze the heel in, squeeze it in. Try and get that knee up to hip height. And then, sorry, I'm failing past here. This is that rotate open, right? So now you're up way high, and then your knee lifts higher, and rotate open. And bring that down. Woo, left leg over right. Rotate open over to the right. And then right over left. Other way. Beautiful. Shake that out. Weights back in your hands again. Back into that wide plie. Lots of quad love here. Bring it down, sit down into it. And again, we're just going to hold, we're going to be stable in that lower body. So you decide, do you want to be up on your tippy toes the whole time? Palms face me. This is that serve the platter. So shoulders, a little bit of bicep at the end. You'll feel it more in your quads if your heels are lifted. You want to keep your heels down and tuck that booty under. You'll feel a little more in your glutes. Last 2 like this. Last time, put your right hand down, straighten your left arm and get it absolutely stick straight. Curl it in 1 inch, press straight, straight. Sit a little deeper in your legs if you can. Beautiful, bring that down. Right arm, stick straight, press it, press it. And bring that up. Ooh, should have felt that in those biceps. I'm going to bring those arms, palms open, flex. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. As your palms are squeezed back, that should help you get a little bicep love there. And then we'll shake that out. All right. Yet again, actually, you know what? No, you don't have to worry about it. Not yet again. Both weights in your right hand. Left leg forward, right leg lunges back. Okay, this shoulder is going to want to drop down, so lift it up, elbow is bent, and then straighten your arm until it sticks straight. Then you're going to come about a quarter of the way back in and straighten again. My pinky is to the back of the room or towards the ceiling. Option to add a little lift if you want, but you don't have to. I want you to really focus on the triceps. So if you lose that because you lift up, then maybe go back to just focusing on the tricep. And now I want you to turn your palm back, knuckles down, roll that shoulder open first, lift the elbow, press. So it's going to be, instead of a lift, it's going to be pressed down and back, down and back. And then option to elevate if you want, only if you want to, and that doesn't throw the tricep work off. Beautiful. All right, last angle. Palm is facing me. So as if you're going to do a bicep curl, only you're back here. And it's that same idea. But this time knuckles are towards the sky. And by this time, your tricep, I hope, is really feeling this. Bring that down. Woo! Right arm. Bring it up and over to your right shoulder. Pull it back. Move it to the middle of your back. And then over to the opposite side and give it that nice tug. Shake it out. Well, one arm feels very buff. All right, right leg forward, weights are in your left hand. Shoulders back and down, pinky toward the back of the room. I'm going to bend my elbow and make sure that shoulder stays back. I'm going to just start straightening. So I feel that tricep engaging. And then if you want to, you can lift up. You could even lift up and go onto your tippy toes if you want, but you don't have to. Again, don't lose the tricep extension just because you start doing that lower body, right? And now we're going to pause. We're going to turn the palm to the back of the room, elbow is up, shoulders not got to roll back first. And again, think about lifting, but also pressing down. So I'm not way up here, I'm pressing down and back. And then again, add the lift if you want, don't have to. Beautiful. Now turn your knuckles to the back of the room, open your palm as if you're doing a bicep curl, bend the elbow, and we press back again. So now knuckles reach to the sky. Just two more. And relax. Ooh. Left arm down the left side, ouch, pull back, and then hand to the center of your spine. Opposite side, give it a tug. Shake all that out. My music is saying shake it off. All right. We are going to head down to the ground, and let's keep our chairs handy, please, and take your weights with you. All right, so as we come down, weights on each side of your body, and you're going to scoot yourself close enough that you can put your heels in your chair and have 90 degrees, ankles, knees, and hips. Then we're going to put one weight on each hip flexor. And rather than hold the weight, I'm just going to use 2 fingers to push the weights down towards my hips. Deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to lift, 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 lift. Since your feet are in the chair, you probably go up really high and you press on those weights a little more and then come down, down, down. Lift, lift, lift. And what I want you to keep an eye on are your knees, because they are probably going to want to do some bobbling in and out. So I want you to do your best to press those knees straight up and try to keep them there. Just one more like this, and bring it down. Woo. Take a quick break. Straighten out your left leg, bring the right ankle across, and then bend the left knee in to stretch out the outside of that right leg. We've done a lot for that leg today. Maybe even reach down and move those toes around a little bit, and shoot that right leg out to the side and bring it down. Straight, left leg goes across. Press it open and then drag that right leg in. Give it some nice stretch on that left leg. You can maybe massage your left foot a bit and then stick it out to the side and bring that down. All right, so this time, again, your feet are in that chair at right angles. And we're going to put one weight on your left hip, and that's all for now. Straighten your right leg. Squeeze it and touch the left leg with it. And then we press up with that left hip only, and my weight is pushing down on that left hip. Quick set, because I'm hoping you guys feel these pretty much already. My chair's moving. Oops. And bring it down. Ouch. Let's give that hamstring one quick little bit of love. Bring it in. Flex the heel to the sky, stretch it up, press point, other leg, left knee stays bent, right leg in that right angle. Extend that left leg, glue it to the right, and then lift up. And bring that down. Woo, we'll give that right leg a little bit of love. So right knee comes in, flex that heel to the sky, lift it up, flex and point, and then bring that down. All right, now you can go ahead and slide your chair out of the way. You're going to bring your hands underneath those weights. Palms are facing the sky. Pull those abs in and then lift those arms about 2 inches off the ground. Bend so that your elbow almost touches the ground but doesn't, and then straighten, bend, straighten, just a little bicep. Maybe you could even bring your arms out almost to a T position, still working those biceps. And then you might bring them back down towards that 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock, and then maybe back up to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And then relax, put your weights on the ground with your thumbs pointed up. Deep breath in, exhale, pull your belly button in and lift those arms straight up and down. So fronts of the thighs, or fronts of the deltoids, your shoulder muscles. Good, just 2 more like this. And then we're gonna add on a knee lift. And our arms and legs go at the same time, so it becomes a toe touch with the weights. And then feet go down. Put your weights on the ground. Bring your arms up, palms towards the ceiling as you bring your arms overhead and just let them rest. That should start a little bit of a stretch. And then I want you to bend your elbows out into a stick up position, and that really should give a better stretch now to both your chest and your shoulders. Keep the arms in stick up position with the fingers to the sky, and you might notice even a different change in that stretch. And then keeping those elbows bent at 90, start to bring your palms down, and you're going to start to feel that stretch across those shoulders. Obviously, you're not going to put your hand down, I don't think, and some of you might have better flexibility than I. And then we'll shake that out, and we're going to head into a little bit of ab work now. So let's bring just a single weight into our hands, an option to not use any weights, or you can double up if you want. Deep breath in, exhale, lift those fingers to the sky, and inhale, bring the arms up by your ears, hold for a moment, and then exhale, come down. Inhale, exhale to lift, inhale to stretch and reach, and exhale down. Again, exhale, lift, inhale, stretch, reach, exhale down. And we lift, and we reach, come down. One more time. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, leave that there, stack those knees, extend those legs. Exhale, double leg stretch, inhale, reach. Option to take your second weight and put it below your knees. So now you have resistance at both ends of your body. If you're feeling this a lot in your neck, you can bring your head down. And the nice thing is that you're still creating resistance with your arms and legs, your levers. They're long. Your challenge is to keep those ribs pulled in and down and keep that low back from lifting up just because you have weight at both ends of your body. And then we'll relax. We're going to keep that weight below your legs, sorry. And the other one can just be out of your way. Arms out into a T, palms up, knees stay tabletop, and we're going side to side. And as we go side to side, we keep those heels lifted so those shins stay perpendicular to the thighs. And then if you want to add on a little bit, we did this last week, move your knees away from you when you go to the side and back in as you come through center. So you're making a sort of an upside down U, I guess. That would be an N, wouldn't it? Lowercase. And we'll come back through center. We're going to flip that weight onto our shin and pull in and hopefully feel a nice stretch in that low back as you do that. All right, and then we're going to put both weights in our left hand. All right, arm is directly above the shoulder, right hand on the rib cage, and pull the ribs down. As you bring your left arm by your head, make sure the ribs don't pop up. You'll feel some stretch and action in your tricep, pinky to the sky, and then lift it straight above you. So we go inhale, up and over, nod your head yes, don't let the ribs pop, and exhale back up. Inhale, up and over, and exhale back up. You could add a tiny little bit of challenge, well, depends on how you measure tiny, by stacking those legs tabletop, but you certainly don't have to. You could even extend them just for the heck of it. That doesn't change much since your levers aren't against gravity at that point. Or you can keep them on the ground. Last two. And last one. Bring that into your right hand, both weights into your right hand. Left hand on your ribs, straight arm right above you, pull the ribs down and in, back of the neck, and over, straight arm, and to your shoulder. Reach it, pull it down. Keep that awareness of your ribs, that they're staying flat and down. Beautiful. And we'll relax. We're going to bring our hands under our weights and just bring them out into a T position and get a nice little opening of that chest again. Just simply having the weights there should really help give you that stretch. You can even roll the weights down your fingertips a little bit and see if that changes it a wee bit. Nod your head yes. And then shake that out and grab both your weights for me, please. And we're going to put those on the fronts of our shins really close to the ankles so they add resistance. Elbows wide, forehead towards your knees. And we're going to start exhaling and rolling like a ball. So rolling like a ball should be a little easier since you have that weight, extra weight at your ankles. So it should help pull you up a little bit. But if you're used to kicking, they'll be in the way. And then next time you come up, let's leave that there. Weights off to the side. Lift yourself up. Push your hips back so you're seated nice and tall. And then we're going to keep the legs a little bit wider for this first round. You can even flex your toes back towards you, or you can put your toes on the ground depending on your flexibility. Arms out here, and we're going to hinge back, and we're going to open our arms into a V, and then we'll rotate to the side, come back into your V and side, right? So we're doing this with slightly wider legs than usual. If you want to, you can bring them closer and see if that changes it a little bit for you. And then back through center. Go ahead, bend those knees a little bit, bring them straight in front of you, grab your hamstring, roll your shoulders back and down, hinge forward, and then at the last minute, allow everything to round and drop. You should be able to grab your toes with those knees bent and just let's press and pull like you're pushing on an accelerator, and then pull back with your fingers. Again, a little bit of mobility through those feet. Nice stretch for those little ligaments we don't always pay much attention to. And then depending on your flexibility, your legs might start to straighten some. That's okay. A couple more moments here. And then just mosey your way back and stack up a vertebra at a time. So you're sitting nice and tall, shoulders back and down. All right, let's roll over onto one side, weights in front of you, please. We're going to be doing a side plank, so it's up to you what you do with the legs. The shoulder though, push it back, lift up out of it, engage those lats. One weight in your top hand for now, and then come up into your version of a side plank, and then that arm is up above you. And we're just going to lift the hip a little bit as if we're poking a hole in the ceiling. Now we're coming down for a breath, and then we go right back up. But this time we put that weight on the hip, and instead of lifting, we lower an inch and press up. Lower and lift, lower and lift. And bring that down. And we're doing all that on the other side, please. So we find that lengthened out position, weight is in our top arm, we've protected this shoulder, and we lift, and we lift. And then we come down for a break, almost didn't, and then we go back up. That weight is on your hip or your leg, and you push up. And we come down, and we're rolling over onto our abs now. Put one weight on each side of your mat so they'll be available, please. Come down onto your abs and point your toes, toenails on the ground. Try and lift your kneecaps, but keep your toes down. And then slide those hands underneath your weights. So just like earlier, our shoulders are going to have a tendency to roll in. So lift the shoulders, lift the knees, press into the toes, squeeze the glutes. And then I want you, with your head centered, slide your hands along the mat and then lift them up a little bit. Hold and relax down. Deep breath in. Exhale, shoulders lift, arms reach. Inhale a little higher. Exhale down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll the shoulders, lift, slide the arms, lift, and down. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders and arms, and lift and reach. And 2 more times. Deep breath in. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale, stretch, reach, lift, and come down. All right. We're going to press back for a quick little stretch. So sit back on your heels. Arms can be in front or by your sides. As always, you can make those fists to give yourself a little extra space. And then as we come back to center, we're going to do just a quick little cat and a little cow. And then we're going to put one weight at our right hand. We're going to stretch our left leg back. I'm going to lift that left leg. And then we're going to see if we could lift that right arm. So I did this on purpose without a weight at that left leg, so we won't be balanced. You'll have that extra weight out in front of you, and we're just holding, or you can tap and lift if you want. And if that weight is bothering you, you don't need it. And then bring that down. Weight is at your left hand. Find your cat, find your cow, find your neutral, extend that right leg, lift it up, left arm up by your ear, option to hold or tap and lift. Option to have no weight. And bring it down. Okay. All right. Those last 2 were to get some awareness of the back side of our body, something that we sometimes forget about. All right. So knees are bent, feet are flat on the ground, and we're going to bring that weight behind the right leg. We're going to use the ends of that dumbbell to pull the leg in nice and close. And then with my right hand holding on to the outside of the dumbbell, I'll just open to the right as my left leg opens left. And then come on back through center, grab both sides of the weight, left leg straightens and flexes, bring that knee in nice and close to your rib cage, and then see if you can use your weight to press that heel to the sky. So again, that hamstring stretch. And then we'll straighten that leg, lift ourselves up, flex through the heel, point the toe, lift yourself higher, flex through the heel, bring everything with you as you come down for a deep, deep stretch. Then you're going to turn your right toe to the left, and you're going to bring that weight on the outside of that right leg and start to lower it just a little to the left, not so much that your hip rotates. So my right hip is still down, and there's your IT band stretch. You can move that weight up and down your leg a little bit, and then bend that knee and drop that leg to the right. And then as you come back through center, bring the weight, put it over to the right for a moment, and crisscross your right leg over your right ankle over your left leg, hug it in, thread your needle, press it open, extend that leg up, maybe some rotations in that left ankle, and then finally crisscross all the way, hug those knees, and now slide your hands under the weights as you drop your knees to the left, please. Then straighten your left leg, roll back through center, straighten your right leg beside it, and the right side should feel flatter and longer. And we'll bend both knees again, and we'll bring a weight behind our left leg, and we'll hug it in, and we'll rotate it open by pulling on that left side. And then we'll roll on back through center, straighten the right leg, flex through that heel, keep that left knee nice and close. Flip that weight, heel to the sky. And then straighten up, lift up, flex, and then point, lift higher, flex, and bring it all with you as you come down. Turn your left toes to the right, bring that weight on the outside of that leg. Begin to travel to the right just till you start to feel that stretch. It should go from the pinky toe through the calf, outside of the knee, down through that hip, and then we'll bend and twist. And then as you rotate back through center, left foot on the ground, the weight can come over to the left. Thread your needle by bending that right knee and then extend it up. And as always, feel free to do rotations and pointing and flexing. And then we'll crisscross, close that gap, arms underneath your weights on each side, and knees drop right. And then you're going to make your way back and meet me on your hands and knees, whether you roll up or roll over, however you want to get there. Let's do a little undulating cow-cat. And then we'll press high plank, down dog. Feel free to pedal out your heels. And then wide stance, hands on your thighs, cat, cow, and curtsies. Thank you guys very much. And let's answer our trivia question.